Hello everyone, my name is Keval. I am a staff engineer at Middleware. I hope everyone has the same energy as you had before the lunch. I'll try to make it as interactive as possible. So as you can see, the title is about how we can help you guys to improve the efficiency of your development team. So Middleware is an observability platform. And before I jump into showing you what Middleware can do for you, I will like to take the first few minutes to just discuss the observability part. So how many of you are already using some observability tools inside your system? Can I get a raise of hands? Okay. Okay, good. Which platform, sir? Grafana? Grafana, okay. Okay, so a few of you are already familiar with observability. I'll just take a few minutes to talk about observability. So with observability, you know if your applications are healthy or not. Are they working in the way they are expected to be? So if you place the observability right in your infrastructure, you can reduce the mean time to resolution for your customers. And customer satisfaction is our main goal, right? So that's why I would encourage you to set up observability beforehand, because that can help you to proactively resolve the issues even before your clients find any issues for you. So what Middleware do as an observability platform is we help you save cost on your infrastructure setup. We also help you to improve the efficiency of your applications. And as the title suggested, we also help you to improve the productivity. So how do we do that? We are not going to discuss just a bunch of features from Middleware, but instead what we will do is we will discuss some real life problem statements that we face in our IT products, and we'll see how Middleware can help us in those situations. So the first problem statement I have in mind is related to the DevOps in the cloud. So how many DevOps over here? Any DevOps people? Okay. Yeah. So I'll try this thing relates to you. So you may have heard, you may have come across this situation where your team be like, we are going to do this big production release, or we are going to have this sale on our website. So make sure that we have enough number of machines running on our infrastructure. And maybe same time your boss will come up to you and will say that last time when we launched this sale, we had this big AWS bill. So make sure we don't run any extra machines on our infrastructure. So you have to make a correct decision for the right sizing of your infrastructure. So for that, recently I saw a podcast where DevOps from GeoCinema mentioned that first thing they do after completing an IPL match is they start scaling down their infrastructures. So this is very genuine issue. It's not only for some small or medium-sized enterprises, but it's a classic problem. So this problem gets bigger if you are running multi-cloud setup. Let's say few of your VMs are running on Azure, some machines, EC2 machines on AWS. So this situation can get more complicated. You have to monitor all those machines across different clouds, and you have to make a decision how to scale them. So that's why we offer you a solution called infrastructure monitoring. So how do we do this is we support a bunch of popular operating systems. Along with that, we also support hybrid infrastructures like Kubernetes. For all those infrastructures, we provide one-step bash installation scripts. If you use those scripts, then you'll be able to install a software called Middleware Agent inside your system, and that will send data to Middleware SaaS platform. You can also bifurcate your machines between different environments. Let's say in your development team, you are running different development environments and stage and production environments. Then you can also bifurcate them while doing this process. So once you do that, you will see a dashboard like this, where you will have a list of all the machines that you are running in your infrastructure, irrespective of which cloud you are using. And you will see the resource usage data for those machines like CPU, RAM, network disk data. We also offer a bunch of integrations in multiple categories, especially for the database categories. So we support all the popular SQL, NoSQL databases. And once you integrate one of those database integrations, you will get a default dashboard like this, where we will show you some important database metrics that might be something that your DevOps should give attention to. So this will include things like how many read writes your database is doing, or how many number of connections your database have currently, or how many applications are currently connected with your database. And after all this stuff, we don't want you guys to just look at those dashboards all day on the Middleware SaaS platform. So we also provide an alerting mechanism where you can create alerts on your you can create like Jira tickets or Slack notifications, PagerDuty notifications, and you just have to your DevOps just have to attend the incidents if there are any. Otherwise, you can focus on your core development tasks. We also discuss with our customers in case of some unorthodox situations. Like last month, we had this POC with one of the CAP providers in India. And what they had as a situation is they were using AWS EC2 machines. And they said that they might increase number of machines very rapidly, or they may move down number of machines. So they didn't want to run our bash installation script every now and then, because that can be a tedious task. So together we came up with a solution that we built one custom AMI image. So they considered using that AMI image instead of using plain Amazon Linux operating system, and now they can easily remedy that situation. And we also understand that not all the platforms or not all the IT products have dedicated team for observability. Some of the products will want to completely outsource the monitoring solutions. And if you have a team dedicated for observability, then in that case, you will want many customizations if you have already some expertise in this. So that's why we provide a feature called Dashboard Builder. So with Dashboard Builder, we expose all the data that we collect via middleware agent to our end users. And they can build custom graphs out of it, and you can create custom alerts out of it. So we want to give you completely freedom. And if you are a new user for observability, then we give you pre-built a dashboard and alert. So we want to cater both kind of users. So that was all about the infrastructure monitoring. Now next problem statements I have in mind is for the developer people in the crowd. So how many developers over here? Okay, yeah, seems like developers outnumbers the DevOps over here. So for the development, we most of the time face this situation where the application is running pretty slow. I personally feel this situation when I'm opening my banking app. No matter how many times I put my PIN in, it takes a lot of time. And many times you may have faced this situation when you make a new release, the application starts to perform worse than the earlier stage. You may have heard this for some of the iOS releases that don't upgrade your iPhone to the newer version. The latest one has the bugs. So how to proactively stop this kind of situations? So we'll see. This kind of situation is pretty critical if you are running some financial trading applications and online gaming, but in general also, backend API response times are pretty critical. In middleware, we provide a solution called application performance monitoring for this. We support almost all the popular languages. Along with that, we also support some serverless platforms like Vercel, Cloudflare Worker, and also AWS Lambda functions. With our APM solutions, you mostly have to install our language-specific libraries inside your applications. And we should be able to fetch all the performance data for your applications. You will see a service list like this in middleware SaaS platform, irrespective of where you are running your services. Maybe few of your services can be on Cloudflare Worker, and few of them can be self-hosted as well. And if you drill down into those services, you will also get a list of all the APIs that you are running inside those services. You will also get if your APIs are running successfully or are there any errors, what is the latency breakdown. But most importantly, you will get a flame graph like this. So let's say you are running a microservice architecture and your API is going through a bunch of services. Then you have to find out which particular service is the bottleneck part. So with this kind of flame graph, you can identify that this particular service is taking the most milliseconds in my API request, and I should start optimizing from that particular point. We also offer you a continuous profiling dashboard. So with this, you can identify the code level bottlenecks. So which particular functions inside your code is taking the highest memory usage. We give you a table sorted down by the CPU or memory usage, and you can start optimizing instead of manually optimizing your application randomly. We also provide you application performance dashboard. So this will include information like how many times garbage collection happened inside your application or how many threads of your applications are running. So this kind of information will help you to faster debug your issues than usual. For platforms like Kubernetes, we have also launched auto-instrumentation solutions. So people are always against of making any code changes inside their system for instrumenting. So for Kubernetes, we have came up with this solution where you don't have to make any code changes, and you can simply put our Helm chart inside your Kubernetes infrastructure. We also have a public Git repo available. We will be sharing this with you along with the slides. So I would like you to check out how the auto-instrumentation solution works. So that was about the second set of problems, the application performance monitoring. So now we have covered the infrastructure part and application part. Let's say both of those things are running perfectly. But there are still some blind spots that we need to cover. So what if your clients are facing some issue which is on the website, which is in the website or on the front-end side? So we will not even get reported for this kind of issues unless our clients give us the directly feedback. So for this kind of solution, this kind of situation, we offer a solution called real user monitoring. So with real user monitoring, what you have to do is you have to include a JavaScript CDN inside your application. And with that CDN, you will be able to record all the interactions your users are making with your website or with your SaaS platform. We also provide the solutions for mobile applications like Android, iOS, and React Native applications. Once you use our real user monitoring solution, we provide you a dashboard where you will be getting information like if you have any layout shifting in your websites, are there any broken links on your website, or are there any console errors. You will get a video recording of all the applications, all the customer interactions that are happening on your websites. And you will also get to see all the events like all the click events and error events happening over there. This is, again, a list of all the console errors that were faced. And you can start to optimize your application from the top down by the errors that were faced by the most number of customers. Yeah, so that was about the real user monitoring. The last stuff we have about is the synthetic monitoring. So let's say your application is running perfectly in your region, but maybe some of your foreign clients are complaining that your application APIs are failing. This mostly happens with payment integrations, because if the network latency is high than a few margin, then payments mostly fail. So if you want to make sure that that doesn't happen with your application, then you should consider testing your APIs with different regions across the world. So for that, we provide a solution called synthetic monitoring. You can create tests on multiple different protocols like HTTP, gRPC, and if you are running a streaming platform, you can consider creating TCP or UDP tests. And also, we provide WebSocket testing for real-time applications. You can, we support all the AWS-based regions, so you can consider testing your APIs from all the relevant regions where your clients are situated. And recently, we have made a new addition in our feature list, which is a status page. So if you want to build a status page for your internal team or for your clients to make it publicly available if one of your services are down, you can create a status page using middleware. You just have to put your service endpoints inside our status page settings, and you can connect with your custom domain, and you can share those custom domains with your end users. Now, we have discussed a bunch of categories, bunch of problem statements, but you would say that I am already using a few tools for this kind of things, and what is the differentiator, and why can't I continue using the tools I'm using? Now, the benefit is if you are using only one solution for the full stack monitoring, then you will get a better correlation. Today morning, we had a session on observability as well, where Zamir also mentioned about how context propagation can help to do a better observability. So let's say you get an alert. If you are monitoring all your services with middleware, we can help you identify the front-end or back-end services that produce that issue. And from that, you can also jump to the infrastructure where your applications were running, or you can directly jump to the error logs or exceptions that happened. So you don't have to go through your GitHub repos or go to some CI/CD pipeline workflows. You can just monitor everything on the middleware platform, and it will be very easier for you to find the root cause for your errors. This is one of the example of these situations where CPU usage was pretty high, so you can directly jump from alert to the machine list, like how many machines are facing the CPU issue. And from there, you can jump to the process list, like what processes were running on that particular machine. And in this particular screenshot, maybe you might not be able to see, but the Chrome is taking the most highest CPU. So you can first triage the situation like this. So we have a few customers that have been using middleware for last few months. And they, in the feedback, they are saying that they save about 1 hour of time every day when they have integrated with middleware. Earlier, they were doing the manual root cause finding, so that was taking a lot of development time for them. And another customer mentioned that when they were using some other tool, they had to ingest all the data that was not also necessary. So with middleware, they found this feature flags or feature parity where they can turn on and off some features. So we give granular support for turning on and off every metric, so that will save you cost while you are setting up observability for your infrastructure. Yeah, so this is the list of all the monitoring solutions that we discussed so far. I would like you to go through, check out them later. And we also have a booth, so I would encourage you guys. I see already a few familiar faces who came to the booth, but I would like the rest of you to please visit the booth and we can discuss together if you have any infrastructure related issues, and we would try to bring a solution. The QR code will lead you to our product page, which is a free sign up, so you can try it out and see if that works for your platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for the insightful presentation, Keval. And there's a thank you letter for you from SAS Insider.
Yeah, any questions are welcome.
Before that, any questions?
Yeah, so it detects anomalies based on so Sir's question is, can it do anomaly detection? So the answer is, we don't do this as of now based on AI, but we do this based on pre-built rules. So for each infrastructure and each application, we have created a bunch of, like a few hundred of preset rules. So with them, if any of those rules are violated, then we can do anomaly detection for you. Yeah, we are also doing some LLM testing for doing this via AI, but currently it's on the preset rules. Yeah. Any more questions?